Hey everybody, well, an exciting time here at the 2025 Hyundai Air and Sea Show presented by Northrop Grumman. I'm standing next to the newest member of the Golden Knights, Miss Florida Casana Fink. Casana, jumping out of an airplane, perfectly good airplane, first time ever. What did that feel like? That was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing. I will say I was pretty terrified before I got into the plane. Skydiving was never really on my bucket list, so it's interesting that I was able to be talked into it within like 10 hours. But I will say I'm so glad that I did it. Like, I didn't realize how much I loved skydiving until I did. But it was nerve-wracking until you get in the plane. We were up in the air, and I didn't feel nerves anymore. I was just ready to get it done. I'm excited.
Okay, so you're going from 120 miles an hour, terminal velocity, and then that chute opens and just jerks you. How tough was that?
I forgot about the parachute. I was so in the moment. So thank God I had a great person tandeming with me because he remembered about the parachute. But the jerk wasn't as bad as I was expecting it. I will say that's really when it kicked in of how high we were. I have a fear of heights. And everyone told me it doesn't translate when you're in the plane. Like, it's a very different experience. But once you do the parachute, that's when really you're like, holy cow, I'm high up in the sky right now.
Well, you go from 120 down to 22 miles an hour. You had a lot of airtime, and that is so peaceful. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. What was that like coming in for the final landing after that very peaceful kind of circling and all of that type of stuff? That was pretty cool.
I actually kind of got nauseous after the parachute went up. But as the landing, we practiced the landing over and over again. Jake was just amazing, making sure that I was set up properly. But it's kind of an ab workout. Like, I feel like I got my workout in. You pull them up, you straighten them out, and then Jake does all the heavy lifting from there. So honestly, I had a great time, but probably because I wasn't doing any of the work. I just got to enjoy it.
Well, you did a lot of work. About a year ago, this young lady here won the Miss Florida contest in Lakeland, Florida, hosted by Visit Central Florida. And your reign is coming to a close. You do it for 1 year. Tell us a little bit about Miss Florida.
Yeah, it's been an amazing opportunity. Miss Florida, under the Miss America organization, is an organization that is the largest scholarship provider for young women in the world. And so because I've competed, I'm able to graduate debt-free with my master's from the University of Florida. But it really is so much more than just the scholarship. It really develops you as a person. It allows you to be able to speak. It allows you to be able to have a servant's heart and really make a difference. Being Miss Florida has by far been the greatest honor of my life. It's one that I worked really hard for. And I can truly say I've lived 1,000 lives as Miss Florida. But it's because every day I woke up wanting to make the best of it and to leave a legacy of a hard worker and someone who loves what they do.
Well, that flows very nicely into the very purpose. We're here on Miami Beach over Memorial Weekend. It's the selfless sacrifice of those men and women, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons from all walks of life that gave everything for our freedom. What does Memorial Day mean? The Memorial Day weekend mean to you?
I think that it's something that every American should really be connected to. The fact that we get to live a life and do the things that we enjoy because people have not only served but given their life, which is what we are celebrating and honoring on Memorial Day. Both my grandparents were veterans. My one grandpa was on Normandy Beach. Absolutely crazy. Never really spoke of it again, but I think just seeing that and understanding what they knew they were giving up when they went and fought for this country. It's just such a level of respect that every serviceman should have. And I'm honored to be here. I'm surrounded by some of the bravest people I've ever met in my entire life, and it's going to be a great weekend because we get to celebrate that.
Well, unbelievable action out here on the beach, Miami Beach, that is. The perfectly blue Atlantic Ocean behind Casana and I. Casana, thank you so much for being talked into jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. You did marvelous. We were thrilled. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad that we made it happen. It was one of those things that I said yes to on a whim, and then all of a sudden it became reality. And I just wasn't going to let myself give up such a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So very grateful that we were able to make it happen.